Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Job Class. I'm your host, Emo Tempest, and today we're going to be going over Warrior of Light. We're going to cover some of the key cards they have, we're going to talk about their combos and their overall deck potential as a job class. We're also going to share with you a deck that we created here, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit of detail just so you can have an idea how it plays and how it works. But also today we have a special feature, I guess you could say. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the episode where we reveal our exclusive Opus VI Spoiler. I want to thank Square and RB for giving us this, of course, giving us an opportunity to do this, and we hope to get more for future sets. And now, without further ado, let's get started. Now we're going to cover some of the key cards that make Warrior of Light a great deck. These are the cards that give it a lot of potential and a lot of value. The first one I want to go over is Wool. Wool is light, 4 cost light, and when it enters the field, you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can add any job class Warrior of Light to your hand. Also, when he leaves the field and goes to the break zone, you can put into play any 3 cost or less Warrior of Light onto the field. Now, there's a lot of value in there. When you're talking about CP value, I guess, you pay to summon him, and you get 1 card back. Hopefully, ideally you will if you're playing enough Warrior of Lights in your deck. And then when he goes to the break zone, you get another forward. So it's 2 forwards for 4 CP. So there's a lot going on there. The next one I want to cover is a backup. We're going to go into the backup, some of the things that give you support. And this is Arya. She's an EX burst. When Arya enters the field, you may search for 1 job Warrior of Light forward and add it to your hand. That's also more value. It is a 4 cost backup, but again, you're getting a card back. And it is an EX burst, so when your opponent's taking damage off of you, you do have a chance to get something. We also have something that gets back from the grave. Sarah is another. She's not a Warrior of Light, but she does benefit the deck. When Sarah enters the field, choose a job class Warrior of Light from your break zone and add it to your hand. That can get you any of them. It can get you the Light Wool. It can get you the Earth Wool. Also, it can get you any of the orphans. Refia, Ingus, Ark, and Luneth. And those are the cards we're going to go over next. They all have the same banner effect. That's what we're going to be covering. They each give 1,000 power to the other Warrior of Lights that you control. So if you have 2 of them on board, they each buff each other 1k. And they also buff your other ones. They buff Wool, the original Warrior of Light, and like I said, they buff each other. So at least having 1 or 2 is going to be very important for this deck. The next card, very important also, is a similar banner. It's similar in the regards where it is another banner effect, but Warrior of Light reduces the damage dealt to the job Warrior of Light you control by 2,000. Now, this is going to prevent them from getting, destroyed or broken from damage or even battle. And he also has a wonderful S ability. You can choose a forward, deal it damage equal to the Warrior of Light's power. If you have the other Warrior of Lights giving him a buff, he'll go to 8, 9, 10k or anything like that, and that damage can be dealt to one of your opponent's forwards. And that's going to be, just not necessarily just an out, but it is going to give you more options and better plays throughout the game. Also, he's just annoying to deal with. He also takes reduced damage. And last, now everyone's favorite card, probably the most expensive card, so watch your wallets, guys. Wool, Legendary Earth Wool. He has so many effects, so many things that he can bring to this deck, to the job class, and to any deck really. But choose 2 of the following 4 effects. You can give a unit Brave, plus 2k. You can deal a dual forward 3,000, which is probably the one you won't use as much, but it's definitely going to get you an answer sometimes. And then all forwards cannot be chosen by EX bursts or characters EX burst this turn. Those are some crazy effects that are going to help out throughout the duel. And with all this, now you're probably wondering how we can put it all together. Well, I have someone calling in, and he will do us the honor of explaining you the deck that we built for you. And now we have Andy Carmona calling in here to tell us a little bit about his Warrior of Light deck. Andy, take it away.
Thanks. Hey guys. This was a fun deck that I wanted to create. This is the my Skittles of Light deck. So what you see right away is that it uses about 4 or 5 different colors, which is kind of what drew me to the idea of this deck. But another thing is that we did get introduced with a light wool for Opus 5, and this is kind of like the main engine of the deck. And I really liked what the card did, but I didn't think about using him until later on throughout the set when we realized he has quite a bit of effects. One of the first ones is that he reveals the top 5 cards of the deck. You do get to add a Warrior of Light job from the deck to your hand with that effect. But then his second ability is really good because you can chump block with him and get another one from the break zone. Basically, what he says is when Wool is put from the field to the break zone, choose one job Warrior of Light of cost 3 or less in your break zone and play it onto the field. So he's great for chump blocking and things like that. And then the other Warrior of Light that you get from his effect, you can use it to pitch for another card. If you need an element or something like that, you can dig for it, and that's what this deck does a lot. It does a lot of digging. It reuses a lot of the break zone. So one of the things that I kind of liked about it is that it kind of had a really good matchup against ice because of all the discard, but you're playing from your break zone anyways. So it's not a bad thing. Like things aren't really ever dead once they get discarded, so you don't have to feel bad. So I mean, it's a really fun deck, and then one of the cool combos is that you can have Cosmo out with the Opus 2 Legendary Warrior of Light and the Wool, so that everything Warrior of Light job is taking minus 2,000 damage. So think about it: if you have a couple of Fords that are at least 9,000 power, and you have Minwu on the field, I mean, they can block forever and ever and ever. They do have some downfalls, and one of them is being doled, or dull or frozen. So that's why I put the Lyak Urianger engine in there, only because you have access to Cosmo and Chantoro. So you have access to colors, so you don't color lock yourself. And then you have that aspect to where that combo where you can, set up the Lyak Urianger thing. So then when your opponent decides, okay, well, if I attack, I'm going to probably run into these Warrior of Light guys. And that's pretty much what I did. I was thinking of just like a wall of colors, like a rainbow road. and yeah, and then just build it with some protection in mind. So you have cards like Ishtola, who can help out in a pinch with certain spells or abilities. You do have the Phoenix summon, where you can burn something for 8,000 damage and bring one of the little Warrior of Light orphan dudes back. Yeah, and I mean it's really fun because of how well they keep each other alive. I've never actually used specific abilities where you have to duel a certain amount of colors, but I feel like that's the least importance of the deck. It's mainly just keep building that that rainbow road, and you'll see how it's very difficult to get past that. Another cool little fun thing that you can probably do is the Magic Pot combo with the Light Wool. So what you would actually be able to do is you summon the Light Wool, get his on summon effect, dig for something, then Magic Pot that Light Wool. You can do it into another Light Wool or into the Earth Wool. Either way, you're going to get the Magic Pot effect and his break effect. So you're going to bring another Warrior of Light job from the break zone back to the field. You're going to get another Wool. Either or is fine. You can't go wrong with either or. And yeah, you kind of just recycle from there. Another thing that I kind of want to touch base on is that the reason why this deck works so well is they did get a couple of dedicated backups. One of them being the Opus 5 card Sarah. She's a rare EX Burst backup that grabs you a job Warrior of Light from the break zone to the hand. And then you also have Arya, and Arya searches one from the deck. So you have searching and recovery abilities both from the deck and the break zones. That's really good. Not a lot of like jobs have that. So the ability to just recycle through your break zone, once again, it helps with that discarding engine that's really seeing a lot of play right now. And yeah, I mean it's definitely a fun deck to try, and this is definitely not the final build, but it's in the right direction. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I've got on the deck. But I mean, if you ever want to learn more about it, definitely know where to reach me at on Facebook. And if you ever want to try it out, I mean, I definitely encourage that as well. But other than that, back to you, Emo.
Andy, I want to thank you for commentating and helping us tell our viewers how it plays. And now, before we end the episode, like I promised before, we have an exclusive spoiler. And we have a little clip for you. So why don't you sit back, enjoy, and we will catch you on the next episode of Job Class next time when we decide to switch job class. Yo, Andy! Andy, what are you doing? Is that Mono Ice?
Hey guys, Andy here, the Manderville man himself, ready to reveal the next Opus 6 spoiler for you guys. But before that, a special thank you to Square Enix and Richard Brady for giving us the opportunity to share this exclusive content for the community. But without any further, let's take a look. So Lightning, are you ready to check out that new spoiler we've been talking about? I sure am. And with the power of YouTube, let's finally check it out. So guys, looks like we've got Shinra, a 4 CP wind backup with EX Burst. Let's see what he does. When Shinra enters the field, you may search for one job going forward and add it to your hand. That's amazing synergy. I mean, as you guys remembered, we've seen the new spoiled Gold Wings for Opus 6. And if you remember some of the older Gold Wings that we've had to play in those YRP decks. So it looks pretty cool. I mean, who knows, we may even see some Gold Wings in the future. So that's our spoiler. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, definitely leave us a comment down below letting us know what you think about the card. And we'll see you next time.